Welcome everybody, my name is Misty Chronexia and this is Anime of the Week. If you're new to the game, you probably don't know that the way we used to play it is to pick 5 anime at random on the website called myanimelist.net. I'm saying this because I decided to try a new approach. I think this is like the 20th episode or 25th, something like that. And I wanted to give it a new whirl, like kind of a updated approach. And I'm not sure if you guys are gonna like it. If you don't, I can go back to the previous one. I want to try something new and see how you guys deal with it. So instead of picking 5 random anime, I'm gonna pick 10. But instead of cutting away to show some clip and footage, I'm gonna have them in a tiny box next to me, so you guys can still see what the anime looks like, but I won't like repeat what I said in the phase where I picked the anime and then actually explaining the anime. It's also gonna save me some times where I don't have to edit, like stop this recording and then go on separate occasion to record like the description. Overall, it should be a smoother experience for myself, and it should give you more picks for you guys without taking away anything else. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and pick the very first one. As usual, if you do not know how to install the random anime button, it is not a default feature. You have to install it on your computer. With Google Chrome or Firefox, if you use Firefox. Who use Firefox? Let's be real. Anyway, first pick, let's go. I already dragged this enough, so let's see where we're gonna go. Okay, Frankenstein Family. This is a fun selection. This is a great way to start. Frankenstein Family is a story that came out earlier this year. Not a lot of people have actually seen it, and there's even less people that actually talk about it. It's a story about a family that the parents are kind of like mad scientists, and they do experiments on their kids, kind of like in Full Metal Alchemist. And they're not really accustomed to live in real life, but when the parents are captured, they kind of have to fend for themselves. It's a very interesting anime. It could have gone somewhere, and it really didn't. So hopefully, as you see the clips now, it can either convince you to actually check it out. If not, then it's not so bad. I'm sure we're gonna pick something else that is gonna titillate your fancy. Oh, quickly, before I forget any further, there's a little bit more modification that I've made. Normally, this is a hentai-free selection that we do. I've decided to put back the possibility of getting hentai. We may get some, we may not. I don't know where it's gonna go, but the fact that I have like a tiny amount of clips and they won't really have any audio or like is very little of it, I feel safer like actually talking about them. If we do get some, because it's a randomizer and we may not even see any, but yeah, they might be around if we're lucky enough. That being said, let's pick the second one for today, which is gonna be, okay, Ichigo Mashimaru. This one is kind of a feel-good anime. If you've seen Non Biyori or Lucky Stars, it kind of has the same vibe. Cute girl doing cute things in cute ways. This is a very good way to sum it up. It's a little bit older, 2005-ish. It's about 10 years old, something like that. And it may be for you if you want something relaxing and just joyful. Alright, so this was entry number 2. I'm gonna go ahead and move to number 3. I'm hoping you can keep track because I'm still unsure on how this HUD is gonna be set up. Hopefully it's an efficient and clean way. But hey, let's see. Oh, Mugello Box! Are you into sports? This is a cool one. It's about boxing. It's actually, if you're not aware, it's actually a reboot, but a modernized version of it, of the anime called Ashita no Joe, which is an anime that came out in the 70s, I think 72, off the top of my head. And it's about a guy that's called Joe that is kind of an underdog and goes into a competition of boxing where people use gear to kind of mechanize their punch, and since he can't afford one, he's known as the Gearless Joe, and he goes up against people with really strong fists. I don't know how you want to put it. It's a really good show. I would highly recommend this one if you're into sports or boxing, or just action. Actually, it's a fairly good one with rich characters and a good spin on it. So yeah, Mugello Box, try it out. Go ahead and pick the number 4, which is gonna be super exciting. I'm very sure it's gonna be. Well, I mentioned we might get some earlier, and there we go. Mushi, the animation. From what I recall, it's about a guy that molests girls on trains, or like on subways and stuff like that. I don't know, it's a hentai. It's not really much to say about it. It was alright if you are into the kind of hentai that involves power play and that R word. I don't have any more to say about this. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and pick the number 5 now. We are rolling really smoothly, and I'm hoping this is coming out Millhouse in a cool way that I cannot figure out yet because I haven't started doing the editing. But the next one is gonna be Bamboo Blade. Bamboo Blade is an anime from 2007. Yeah, I cheat. I looked it up. What you gonna do about it? Bamboo Blade is an anime that I've seen several years ago. From what I recall, it's about a guy that has to recruit several girls to win a kendo tournament. Kendo, if you're not familiar, is a type of martial arts swordplay where you use wooden swords, aka bamboo blade, to challenge your opponent. It's kind of a different approach to fencing. It's not as high pace, I would put it. That being said, the guy has to win the tournament to win a year-free supply of food. It's alright. I didn't feel like it was going anywhere. The fighting scenes were cool, but again, if you're not too much into kendo itself, it might end up losing some points of your interest. Otherwise, it's an alright show. Try it out if you ever feel like it. Can't wait to see where we're gonna go next. And the next one on the list is Psyche. Saki. I think it's pronounced Saki. Kind of have mixed feelings about this one. This is a slice of life game-ish anime about girls who play mahjong. And if you're familiar with the westernized type of mahjong, it's not the same as the Japanese one. And if you don't know about the Japanese one, it's a little hard to explain. It has almost like poker elements to it. And if you were to actually watch one, maybe Akagi would be a better example to it. Akagi, if you're not familiar, is made by the same author that did Kaiji Ultimate Survivor. If you like one, you might like the other. But I also remember Akagi being really technical, and it's really hard to pick up on the go. So, Saki, might be for you, might not be. It's kind of a try to see this one. Right, more than halfway done, we got to pick the next one, which is gonna be... Wow, okay. I was expecting us to get at least one, but two is stretching it. Alright, I'll see. Maybe I'll just tone it back down to like not having the hentais in it. Again, I'm still experimenting. Shishunki Shoujo. Again, a hentai that if you're underage, you should stay away from. But that's like 8% of my audience, so have at it, fam. Shishunki is about, from what I recall, two teenage girls who think they're tough, but realize they're not so tough when they get into a hard situation. And then the R word happens again, and... Hey, what's up, Skype?
あんた有名人だったんだ。
そんなんじゃねえ。
3 to go! Let's see where we carry this up to next. Oh, okay, cool. Haiyore Nyaruko-san. This is the second season. Yeah, this is the second season to the first one, and it's kind of a comedy anime with supernatural / fantasy elements to it. It has some very lewd scenes, but they're done in a way that's kind of comical. And I don't know, I have a soft spot for this one. Great parody anime. I recommend it. It's about a girl that has like a demon side to that comes and meet her in real life. I don't know. I like it. Maybe it's not for you. I had a fun time watching this one. We have 2 left, and it could go either way. Maybe we'll get something cool, or maybe we're just gonna deal with some extra garbo, and we won't recover from it. But either way, let's see where it picks us. Madlax? Oh, dude, I haven't heard about this show in years. Madlax is a military anime, kind of. About a girl that is really good at being a military person. I recall very little of it. I remember it was alright. If you like Pumpkin Scissor, might be in the same vein. I don't know. Madlax is kind of a forgotten soul that just nobody talks about it anymore, but if you've seen it and you liked it back in the past, maybe you remember it. Alright, this is the final one. I'm not sure which way it's gonna go. I'm hoping it's something that I know of that I can kind of talk about a little more. But yeah, let's find out. Oh, the gods are kind today! Chunibyo! Chunibyo is one of my favorite anime. I don't have many occasions to actually talk about it, but this is the second season, first one being absolutely astounding. They also made a movie that just wraps up the story in such a oh, it's so good. It's so good. I really like it. I'm sorry. The story is about a period in your life where you switch from being like a childlike minded person to kind of a teenager, and all the imaginary stuff that you normally do and you kind of leave behind. It has a great psychological aspect to it. I love it. It is very well done. Visually, it's stunning. I have nothing but good things to say about it. So if you have anything to pick from this list that you've seen so far, and you haven't seen Chunibyo, this is one of my all-time favorites. So try it out, see what you feel about it, and this is gonna be wrapping up all 10 of the entries that we set out to do today. I would really appreciate your feedback on the whole thing. It's different than my previous takes on it. I am hoping it's more smooth and has like a better synergy to the whole thing. But if you don't like it, we can go back to doing 5. I'm hoping this has like it's gonna be also simpler for me to edit together. So give me your feedbacks in the comment section below. I would really appreciate it. Leave a like if you enjoy this new concept. Leave a dislike if you hated it, and that's fine too. I'm gonna try to figure this out better. And that being said, I will see you guys in the next episode. And if you want to watch some of these entries, they are available on crunchyroll.com/Misty. I had to plug it somewhere. I'm not sure if I found a way to do it in the whole HUD thing that I made. But if I didn't, you can check it out. They have a huge library of anime, and it is a 14 days free trial. Also helps me out at the same time. So that being said, have a great rest of your week, and I will see you next week with more stuff that I'm hoping you're gonna come back for. Alright, see you later. I love you, fam.
I've been through the hard times, I've been on the wrong side, I've been ashamed. So many memories, you know I'd like to change.